9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
Welcome on in, everybody. How are you doing, Taylor? Thank you so very much. I do appreciate it. I'm gonna have to change my emote things so that the words are actually somewhat normal. Hearing the bot read out what your emotes are written down as is actually pretty funny. Made me laugh. But thank you very much. Welcome on in, everybody. Noisy, hello. Taylor, hello. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Welcome to episode 3 of the podcast. We have a very special guest lined up today, and I'm doing well. I set my alarm this morning. I stayed up a little bit too late last night, but I'm in the process of switching back from night shift to being a normal functioning human being. It's actually up during the day, so I'm doing not too bad. I'm awake, I'm rested, but I feel tired. And I woke up, I looked out the window this morning, and our ground is blanketed with snow. We have our first snowfall of the year today. They were saying it was only supposed to be a little bit, but it's a lot of it. I know right before I went to bed last night, it was snowing kind of it was just flakes in the air. It's been doing that kind of off and on for a week now. You'll be driving, you'll notice snowflakes in the air or whatever. But yeah, today we actually woke up and the ground is covered in snow. When you feel things, well, we're gonna need a little bit more snow than that. Yeah, I don't know, we got maybe an inch of snow, so there's not quite enough for a snowman, and it's not soft wet, it's more just kind of dry snow. So I'm hoping, usually here it'll snow and then it kind of warms up and it melts, and then usually a couple weeks later it'll snow again. But we'll see. With it being later already, it is the 20th of October, so it could be here to stay. But what I should do, I was actually thinking about this, I could figure out some way to live stream building a snowman. That'd actually be pretty cool. But hopefully you guys are doing well. Like I said, welcome on in. Yeah, episode number 3. We've got snow on the ground. We're good. Everyone's somewhat healthy, awake, alive. I was looking through, and I was trying to get everything ready for the podcast, and I noticed that on this date, 1864, Abraham Lincoln formally established Thanksgiving as a national holiday. So I'm kind of wondering, because I know Thanksgiving's different. Like in Canada, we celebrated it last weekend, and then in the States they don't celebrate it till the 28th of November. The all Americans in the chat might know. I think it's the 28th of November or something. But I'm kind of wondering why on October 20th they established Thanksgiving as a national holiday, but then it took them a month to, actually maybe it took them that long to find a turkey. That could be, or to get a turkey fat enough to feed a bunch of people. But I found that in, because usually, like I know here, if they find if they deem something to become a holiday, it's usually on that day that becomes a holiday. But also this day, 1998, Richard Pryor was awarded the first ever Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. It's funny when you think back, like when I was growing up, just the difference in the comedians. Because, like, we had Richard Pryor, who's the other one? There's Chris Rock, and it was a different type of humor. Like, I know my parents wouldn't let me listen to a lot of that stuff on TV. If they came walking in and it was on, I had to change the channel very quickly, because my dad especially didn't like that kind of stuff, because they talked about subjects then that you probably can't openly talk about nowadays. And it's weird to think about that it's only 20 years ago, and how much society and stuff has changed on certain subjects in the last 20 so years. Like, even the last 5 years, you look at how much things have changed, like, in the last 5 years, as far as what society deems socially acceptable, I guess. But yeah, October 20th, 98, Richard Pryor, first ever Mark Twain Prize. Also today, if any of you guys have ever been in Australia, I know Odie has been. If you guys have ever been to the Sydney Opera House, this day, October 20th, 1973, Queen Elizabeth II officially opens Sydney Opera House. I've never been to Australia. I've always wanted to go to Australia, but the pictures of the Sydney Opera House are absolutely gorgeous. Like, I wouldn't really be looking forward to the 16 or 20 hour flight or whatever it is from here to there, but yeah, like, you see the pictures and it's absolutely gorgeous, like the design and stuff. When I was younger, I would have been, holy man, grade 7. Yeah, grade 6, grade 7, I had a pen pal that lived in Australia, and she'd send me pictures of different landscapes, landmarks and stuff around Sydney, and most of her pictures actually would always have the Sydney Opera House in it. But it was kind of weird because it takes so long. Like, nowadays, you don't really even have a pen pal per se, because, like, there's so many different avenues that you can talk to people. But yeah, it would be probably a month, maybe a little bit more, it would take to actually get a letter. Like, by the time I got it, and then you'd sit down old school with a pen and a piece of paper, and you'd actually write out this letter, send pictures or whatever, and yeah, it was over a month before it would before I'd get a return letter. It was crazy to think. And now you can talk to somebody on completely the other end of the world in 15 seconds, through text message or all that kind of stuff. And I know for all of your Mr. Garden, welcome in. This is a computer generated message. Nothing to read here. Please carry on. Welcome in, Mr. Garden. How are you? How are you doing today? But for all of you sports ball fans, I know Odie's gonna absolutely love this. If you guys are ever out and about in the community, if you get a chance to run into Odie's probably one of the most knowledgeable sports ball people that I've had the privilege of interacting with on Twitch. So yeah, if you guys are ever out and about and you run into Odie, you're definitely gonna want to talk sports ball to him. But 1973, President Nixon proclaims Jim Thorpe to be the greatest athlete of the first half century. So I know Odie probably already knew all about that, but yeah, if you guys see Odie out and about today, you wanna celebrate that with him, because he's probably pretty happy about that. Did you guys? I would have Wednesday or Thursday, man. I don't even know what day it is. It would have been last week. You guys see the video on YouTube of that hiker that came in contact with that cougar? It was from Utah. There was a guy out. I couldn't. Where is it? He was walking. He was doing a hike, and he came across. Where is it here now? Yeah, Kyle Burgess, 26-year-old regular guy from Orem, Utah. He was out jogging in the trails near Slate Canyon on October 2nd. And he came across these two, I don't know, they were like bobcats, or he thought they were big cats, and he thought they were actually bobcats. So he approached them, and it turns out that they were cougars. They were cougar cubs, and then all of a sudden the mom came. And the video that he has on YouTube is, the one I watched was about 6 minutes. And it was basically just this cougar walking. Like, he had his back turned. He was facing the cougar, and he was walking, and he was filming it. And this cougar followed him he walked quite a ways. And, like, there was times where the cougar actually lunged at him. Like, lunged at him and did, like, the front paw swipe. But I couldn't imagine, like, when I lived in the mountains, we'd go hiking, and, like, we'd have bells, and we did carry bear mace with us just in case, because we never really had anything close, like, no real close encounters, but there was a couple times. There was once, I was probably 500 meters from a grizzly bear. I don't know whether it was a mother or a male, and I couldn't see any cubs at the time. But yeah, you never know. Like, you see them at the zoo, and you never know what they're gonna do. And you get them out in the wild, and especially if their motherly instinct kicks in. So I don't know how I would react. All of a sudden you go out for a hike, and then the next thing you know, you're being very much stalked by a cougar mom. Couldn't imagine. It seems like all this stuff always happens in Utah. I don't know what those guys in Utah are doing, because last week we had a guy roll his car into the little moat or whatever. Did you guys know? So unlike me, I don't usually wear pants, unless I have to go out. If I can, and even then, if I can remember. Oh wait, we lost something here. Can you guys still hear me? Or did everything ducker out? I'll put control. Can you guys still hear me? Because it's showing that I have no audio coming through. Huh. Just hang on a second. Device. Oh, it switched the device on me. Let's try here. Nope, everything's all boot. But as long as you guys can hear me, I guess that's the main thing. So like I was saying, most people wear pants. I usually don't wear pants. Like I said, unless I have to go out somewhere, I'll try to remember to put pants on. But for anybody that owns jeans, the small pocket in jeans, I think it's in your left pocket. Well, I'm wearing shorts. I have shorts on. I've never been a pants guy, although with me switching work, what I do, because when I worked construction, I worked outside all the time, so I was very much used to the cold weather, especially come winter time. But now with me being underground all the time, it's so hot at work, so my body doesn't really get adjusted to the cold very well. So I have been wearing pants lately. But the small pocket, I think it's in your left front pocket, I believe. I can't remember. But yeah, the small pocket was actually designed to store pocket watches. It was way back in the wee 1800s. They didn't really have a place to put their pocket watch. So jean companies started making the small pocket for them to stuff their pocket watch in. Morning, Odie. Welcome on in. There is the sports ball fan himself. Hopefully you are doing well, Odie. How's work going today? Are you wearing pants today, Odie? If you are, do your pants have the little pocket watch store thing in? Also, I was watching. I love Disney. as most people do. But if you guys have ever noticed, most Disney characters they wear gloves, and the reason that Disney characters wear gloves is to keep the animation simple. So in 1929, Walt Disney might have been the first to put gloves on his characters in the 1929 film The Opry House starring Mickey Mouse. In addition to being easier to animate, there's another reason Disney opted for gloves. We didn't want him to have mouse hands because he was supposed to be more human. So by wearing gloves, it makes the animation easier, and it also makes them seem more human-like instead of Mickey Mouse being an actual mouse. It's more like a human mouse. And I know I enjoy eating steak, hamburger, stuff like that. For all of you meat lovers out there, cows actually don't have upper front teeth. They do have molars in the top back of their mouths, where you'd expect upper incisors, the crazy gnawing teeth. Cows, sheep, and goats have a thick layer of tissue called a dental pad. They use that with their bottom teeth to pull out the grass. Well, it would be like cow dentures. I've never actually seen a cow wearing a denture, but I'm wondering if that herd of cattle in the UK, if that's why they were so mad at humans, because they ended up getting dentures or something, and their dentures didn't fit properly. But I guess it makes sense because our teeth are designed for chewing and biting. And with a cow, if your main course of dietary intake is grass and stuff, your mouth would probably have to be designed different. And for all of you Minecraft lovers out there, only a quarter of the Sahara Desert is actually sandy. Most of it is covered in gravel, although it also contains mountains and oases. Oases? We'll go with oases. Oh, and also the Sahara Desert isn't the world's largest desert. Antarctica is. How is Antarctica a desert? I guess it's just a desert covered with snow. So yeah, like it just, I don't know. I thought Minecraft was more realistic. So they might have to maybe with the cave and mountains update, they can bring in more gravel into the desert biomes. Oh yeah, I guess. I never thought about that because Antarctica wouldn't really get much for rain. See, like in my mind, like you instantly say desert and you think sand or dry, hot. But yeah, I guess if Antarctica gets no rain. I didn't know this. Bananas grow upside down. Or technically, we peel them upside down. These random facts will have you eating fruit differently. Naturally, they grow outwards from their stems, but that means their bottoms actually face the sky. As they grow bigger, the fruit turns towards the sun, forming that distinctive curve. I also, the guys at work taught me this, but when you eat a banana, so a lot of people will take the stem, like the part that's attached all together, like when all the bananas are stuck together. But if you actually take if you open it with the stem or whatever that's called, you always get like those threads, like those banana threads or whatever. But if you take a knife and if you cut the top of it, if you cut a slit on the top and then peel it that way, you actually won't have those strings when you're eating your banana. I'm not sure why. I'm thinking it has to do with something imagining probably how it grows. But yeah, if you peel it from the top down, you won't have any more of those annoying banana strings to eat. So that's how it works now. Every time I eat a banana, I always flip it upside down and then cut the top off. And it's really weird too. Like if you take oranges are not too bad. Strawberries aren't bad either. But like apples, for some reason, apples and bananas, if you take them underground, you pretty much have to eat them immediately. Like we'll get underground and then we kind of drive out to our machines, and then we kind of do some inspections and stuff once we get there. But pretty much as soon as you sit at the table, you have to eat your banana or you have to eat your apple. Or if you wait, the banana will turn like black within an hour or two. You pretty much are gonna have to throw your banana out. And apples will do the same thing. It's weird, they'll start to brown actually fairly quickly. So I don't know if it's the heat, just all of a sudden like the influx of heat to it, or if it has something to do with the pressure, like when we're coming down on the cage. But yeah. And for those of you that are kind of thinking to yourself, I'm too old to do this or I'm too old to do that. In Maryland, a woman fulfilled her longtime dream by going skydiving for the first time in her life at age 102. Can you imagine? Like it gets to the point where at 102, it's just like, you know what? Like I'm terrified to go skydiving. Just you hear so many stories that parachutes don't open or all that other kind of stuff. But yeah, at 102, this lady decides that she's gonna go and jump out of an airplane. Which, honestly, at that point, 102, you've lived a long life. So if it gets to the point where unfortunately something goes wrong, it's not like you're being cheated out of a lot. But yeah, at 102, good on her. Like even the shape that she would still have to be in at 102. Like I know people that are in their 30s that have been turned away by skydiving places because they're not physically in shape to handle a skydive. But yeah, that lady at 102 rocked it out. For all of you Florida people, yesterday, captain of a charter boat in Florida said one of his customers found a giant sand dollar that might be a Guinness World Record. Zach Johnson, who captains a boat for the Panama City Dive Center, said he and his passengers were diving at a hovercraft reef about 5 miles. Raven, thank you for the host. Welcome in. Hopefully you are doing well today. They were about 5 miles offshore when one of the divers surfaced. Thank you for the host too, by the way. When one of the divers surfaced with an unusually large sand dollar. We've seen some big ones. You've seen one that's been about 6.5 inches. This one that was brought up measured 7 inches across, so it could potentially unseat the current world record holder, which measures 6.49 inches in diameter. Sand dollars are so cool. When my sister went to Hawaii, was it Hawaii? They brought sand dollars for me anyways. But yeah, I couldn't imagine having, like, the one I have is only, I think it's maybe like 2 inches. Be like, Odie, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But yeah, like the one I have is only 2 inches across or whatever, 2.5. So I couldn't imagine having one that's 7. Like just this big, massive, like picture frame sand dollar. Oh, you never need to apologize for being loud coming in. You obviously haven't heard me enter a room sometimes. Alright, well, one more. Let's find one here. Oh, So now I know lots of people love breakfast. More people love bacon with their breakfast. So anybody that's lately been uh, ragging on the coronavirus for forcing you to wear masks, a U.S. company is offering fans of breakfast meats the chance to enjoy the scent of sizzling bacon anytime they want with a bacon scented face mask. Hormel said the Black Label breathable bacon mask uses the latest in bacon smell technology to give the wearer the experience of smelling bacon anytime they don their COVID-19 protection accessory. So you can register. The bacon fans can register to win a bacon scented mask all the way up until October 28th. So that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if I'd want to wear one though. Like I like bacon, but I don't know if every time I wore a mask to smell bacon. But for me, cause I wear one at work, and that's usually about it. Some stores, if I have to wear one, I wear one. But I guess for those of you that are wearing them all the time, that really absolutely love bacon, I guess there you go. You can wear your bacon scented mask. All right, guys. So today's special guest, excuse me, we've been talking kind of. Oh, face rig's all buttered up. Come on, face rig. There we go. We're back. So I've been trying to convince this special guest to come on for a while now. She wasn't sure, then she was sure, then she wasn't sure, then she was sure. Then we thought about switching to YouTube. So eventually I will be switching the podcast to YouTube. It'll make it easier. Well, you'll see with today, because we're doing the podcast and then doing a co-stream with this person after the podcast. But the podcast will end. We'll be taking like a 10-15 minute break, and then I'll be bringing stream back up, and then we'll go with podcast. So eventually everything will be switched over to YouTube. The stream and all that will be handled strictly on YouTube for the podcast instead of coming through Twitch. But I'd mentioned to her about switching the podcast to YouTube. The very first thing she said to me is, I'm not gonna have anybody ask me questions. So through all of that, I was like, you know what? I'm like, yeah, we gotta have. So you guys better start right now. You guys are gonna have to start thinking about questions you're gonna ask her, because the main reason we're not streaming on YouTube right now is because they were very much wanted the questions. But yeah, so anyways, you guys, without any further ado, I'm gonna see if she's still in here. If she's talking, if she's doing things. Hello?
Hello.
Hopefully everybody can hear you. How are you doing today,
I'm
Taylor,
doing
by the
okay.
way? Yeah, so
You added me in front of everybody. Golden.
well, would you expect any difference though?
No.
So yeah, for those of you that are wondering, my puppy Taylor is our special guest for today. She's been very gracious to come on and talk to us for a few minutes today. For those of you that don't know her, for those of you that want to get to know her a little bit better. So, but how are you doing? Welcome to the podcast.
Doing okay. I'm here. I made it. Set my alarm.
I know we were talking a little bit before streaming, and it was just like today is gonna be a day. I think you got both of us setting alarms, so I have a feeling at some point the derpiness is just gonna start and kind of take over take over from there. And the one thing I know we need live person, Odie, but that was
I
what
know, Odie. I don't have a camera, and
I
it's not
I
doable.
told her. I'm like, people are gonna expect
I
a
know.
live camera, and so she told me, she's like, well, she's like, if you do it on YouTube, she's like, I'll have a live camera.
What? I did not
But
say that. You
she's
are
like, I
such a
want
liar.
questions. So so
You're
she's like,
such a
because
liar.
so
You
she's
are
like, in order
such
to
a
get
liar.
questions, I want it on Twitch, and she's like, I'm not doing
You
a
are
camera on
such a
Twitch. So I'm
liar.
like, all right, so we're gonna have to put up with the picture on just a picture on the screens.
You are such a liar.
And I did tell her, I was like, I'll give you till tomorrow morning to send me a picture, or I'm gonna pick one.
You're a
so
liar.
so then within like a second, the picture came in. Dayla has no faith in me that I would have picked
Oh,
out
thanks, Raven.
a very good picture, but
That picture was me of when I turned 50, and I'm 51. So
whoa,
I
there's
got up I got up and I got ready for the day, and I said, "You know what? Today's a good day." So I took a picture to celebrate me turning 50.
well
So that's
20
that was my day.
29 plus 20 21. Next, everybody
Mm.
just gets to the age of 29.
Less gray than you? Well, you can't see the full length of my hair. I've got a lot of gray hair underneath. It's dark on top, kind of. So if I pull my hair up in a ponytail, it looks like there's a lot of gray. I've got streaks in my hair. So
Do they
I'm
call that like peppered? Is that what peppered is?
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I
I've I've
I I'm
I've
starting to
got
get
unusual.
in my goatee. I know if I grow my goatee out really long, I can start seeing the gray hairs coming into my goatee. But yeah, I guess it's just you get to that point where you look more distinguished, I guess. But so, like I said, for those of you that don't know my puppy Taylor is an amazing Minecraft streamer.
Oh.
I would have probably a year. This would have been maybe a year ago. I came in on it was either a Nico raid or Mr. Jeff, maybe I can't remember. But I can remember the first couple times I started watching. I started watching you, and like the skill that you guys have as Minecraft builders is mind boggling to me. I can dig a hole. Like the very first time I played Minecraft, I didn't know what I was doing, and I dug a hole straight down into lava. I died and I quit. But
Oh
but yeah,
no.
like watching you guys do your builds and stuff on Minecraft is absolutely phenomenal. What what brought you to Minecraft?
When I first started playing games, I've played games for a long time. My whole family has always played games ever since I was really young. Um, I grew up in the 80s. Well, I was um if you did the math, I was born in 69, grew up through the 80s, when video gaming and all that was really popular, So we've always had gaming in our family. We've played video games with our kids, it's just always been a thing. So I started playing games on Steam and met a bunch of nice people on Steam, and one of them played Minecraft. And he was like, "You know what? I think you'd really like Minecraft." And I'm like, "No, I really don't think that's something I really want to play." This was 4 years ago. And I said, I just really don't think it's my type of game. And I was playing games like 7 Days to Die. I was playing like shooter games. I played Halo and all these other different type of games. Minecraft was not in that type of realm, building and stuff like that. And so he's like, "You know what? I've got an extra copy. of Minecraft. He's like, I'll let you play it because he had a server that he had, and he's like, I will give you the copy. He's like, just play it, and I bet you'll like it. So I played, and we were playing modded, and so I started playing it, and it I was playing Biomes of Plenty, and that was just like, whoa, that was just really cool with all the trees and stuff. So the creative side of me was just like, I like this. Um, it had all the cool things. So um, after playing with that, I started watching YouTube videos trying to figure out, more about the game. And that's when I started. I actually found someone in the YouTube community who was playing on Craft Theory, which is the server that I play on now, and found out that it was an adult server that was open to anybody who wanted to check it out. And so I applied there, and they accepted me to play within, like a few weeks um, after hanging out in their Discord and checking them out. And so I played on there for over 4 years. So it was really fast how I kind of just got absorbed into it and been playing. So
Because I think the first time I watched you, I think you had just started on Craft Theory's server. Because you were doing something, you were building a house, and you were trying to make a river kind of come down from underneath the house. I think that was the very first time I ever seen one of your streams.
yeah, I didn't start streaming myself on Craft Theory. I did help the person that I found on YouTube. I I did help him stream on YouTube. Um, and so I kind of understood about streaming, and I helped a couple other people. There's a few streamers on Craft Theory that have done YouTube videos. So it was interesting kind of how it morphed, into streaming. But um,
So was that kind of what brought you to the Twitch platform then?
a little bit. I had a friend, Kinder, who some of you kind of know. He has done YouTube videos. He's really neat guy, really um, awesome friend. I helped him with doing some uh, videos and like helping him build and things like that. And he actually went back to college for his job. He's my age. And um, I said, you know what? If he's going back to college, I wanted to um, kind of teach myself to do something new and challenge myself to do something. And so I said, you know what? I am going to try and teach myself to stream. And I'm like, why can't I do that and challenge myself to do something? I love the community, and I think it's something that I would really enjoy. And so I started. I didn't tell anybody I was doing it, and I just started teaching myself. Watching videos, and asked maybe two people about it in my community, and yeah, I did covert streaming. It's exactly what I did, Raven. And it was kind of like I didn't want everybody to I didn't want to announce it because I was afraid of failing, and
Well, have you watched my streams?
well, I just didn't want to. It's just, you know you don't want to try to do something and then fall flat on your face. And so um when you just don't want to struggle and
See, that's why you
look
just set.
look
That's why
stupid.
you just set the bar low.
you
I'm
know
flat on my face, so there's only nothing but improvement, right?
Yeah, I know. But, when I had only a laptop, and I was very limited, and I wasn't sure exactly if I could really do it. And so
I think she's,
um
I think she's dissing you, Odie.
no, I'm
Odie
not.
streams off a laptop.
I know. I streamed for a laptop. I only just got my computer just recently, so I I did it.
I know the computers offer so much variety, so much difference. Like that's how I was for like year one for me was all laptop, and I was so restricted as to what I could actually do. Mind you, the $200 laptop that I had probably wasn't the best choice, but like even for me moving to, because we kind of moved to upgrading to computers at the same time, and it's night and day difference from what you can do on an actual PC to a laptop, unless you bought like a gaming laptop, because I know Odie uses a pretty powerful gaming laptop, and I imagine you did as well. But yeah, there's such a difference there.
Who always picks on you, Odie? Are you talking
I'm
about me?
pretty sure he's talking about you,
I have a feeling he's talking about me too.
because I don't pick on him, and I'm also not a she, so it's I think
Dang
he's
it!
kind of. So you were mentioning that like Craft Theory is kind of like an adult, like a mature Minecraft server.
Hmm.
Do they actually allow kidnapping? Like I know the penal code frowns upon kidnapping said individuals. I know there was a Gul'dan on the mob server, but I
Oh, you
also
mean like the
noticed,
villagers?
yeah, because I noticed yesterday on stream that there's now a Gul'dan imprisoned on both
No,
servers.
I just haven't built you a little home yet. It's just you're there. I just it was a last minute decision because
Hey, we're
someone
just gonna
asked.
kidnap them.
No, there was no kidnapping. It's a twin. It's you're teleporting. You're like visiting. We're gonna build you like a little shop, and
Just
it's gonna be where you work. So we're gonna.
just remember that this is now being recorded. So
No,
once
see,
everything goes to trial, I will
see,
be
you're not.
submitting this to evidence.
No, no. See, you're not reading what Raven wrote. See, Raven wanted to be able to feed you on each server, and so I had a second villager that wasn't named, and so we're gonna treat you to like a little house where you work. The one place is where you live, and the other place is where you're gonna work. See,
Uh-huh.
we're creating a whole story world for you. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
A story world.
Uh-huh. Yep. It's all good, Goldian.
So yesterday, you had a pretty big milestone yesterday. For those of you that were lurking, or for those of you that haven't heard, my puppy Taylor hit 2,000, one
No, I
thousand
stop.
followers. So congratulations on that. You know, hitting the 1,000 mark.
Oh, thanks.
Also, too, for people that aren't aware, my puppy Taylor has started. Well, is on the mob server. Do you just want to explain to them how the whole mob team came to be? Some of the members that are involved, some of the things that you guys do as a mob community.
It's the Minecraft or Bust, and I was approached um by the group about um joining them, and um it has uh I think everybody here pretty much knows who's in the group. It's got Guitar Freak, Crimulus, Mr. Beardstone, White Lion, Jaquita, Watch Arnie, and myself. And am I forgetting anybody? Grandma, Mommy, Florida. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody.
Well, you were supposed to write this down.
I know. I should have. I didn't prep. I'm a bad person.
Well,
And
we slept. Everyone slept in today.
I know. I stayed up late and kind of slept in. And we um it's predominantly Minecraft. Some of us do play, some alternate games in there mixed in, but predominantly Minecraft. So that's why when we came up with the name, we didn't have a name at first, and I tossed out the mob idea with Minecraft or Bust because I thought we could play on the theme that we're a mob, a group of people that gather together, and there's mobs in Minecraft, um, and it's short and sweet. Um, so I can actually claim the credit for the mob because I actually threw it out there. But so it, and the colors worked out great, and um, so it's fun. It's a great group of people. There's lots of variety of styles for everybody. You know, it's a great group of people. There's kind of chill people. There's a little bit more hype people. Arnie's
You wanna stay?
great vibe.
You stay here forever. We gonna bury you here.
Alex the Frying Dutchman just
streams.
subscribed.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you
very
for your
much.
soul.
I appreciate
Felt
it.
longer.
And fun to hang out with. And,
Thank you so much, Alex.
I
Welcome,
don't know what
man.
else I can say about everybody, but that really neat supportive group, which is really nice. Everybody gets along really well too, and when anybody has is going through something, that's what I really like too. Is when there's been something that's going on, like family wise or something, and someone posts something in Discord saying, "Hey, I'm kind of going through something right now." Everybody's really supportive and trying to encourage each other too, which I really like. And it's a really neat bunch of people. So
Obviously, a lot of them haven't been caving with you. So for those of you that don't know the whole story, this would have been this was in, I think I was laid off, so this would have been November, December last year.
yeah,
I'd got on to Mr. Jers.
Mr. Juice Server.
wow. Mr. Jeff's sub server, or follower server, whatever. And my puppy Taylor was kind of showing me around. Rachel Lady was on. So I'm bombing around. Like I'm not very good playing Minecraft. I can do like the basic kind of stuff, but I'm not a Minecraft phenom like most of you people are. So I'm just kind of bouncing around, and we had found a cave. So all of a sudden, Taylor's like, "Hey, you should come and check this out." So we had kind of built stairs. So I come running down the stairs, and like she's standing off to the side. So I just come running down the stairs. I come running by her, and I fall into this massive hole that's completely surrounded. There's spiders, there's skeletons, there's zombies down
He
there.
doesn't look where he's going. He just went straight
Yeah,
down the hole.
she claims I didn't look where I was going, but I get pushed.
You looked straight down the hole.
I get pushed into this massive hole, and then she's standing there and laughing at me. I've got nothing. I got no armor on. I've got I think a wooden axe, and she's standing there and laughing at me.
I'm like, well, Dan, what are you doing?
Yeah, as she's watching me get beat up by all these different mobs. So then Rachel Lady comes down to save me while Taylor's standing there and laughing at me. And then somehow later on in the evening, Rachel Lady accidentally, quote unquote, fell into some lava and
I
lost
wasn't
all
even
of her
near her.
stuff.
They try to blame me for everything.
Unbelievable. So when I know you stream Monday and Friday. You do Minecraft. There's some times during the week that you will do co-streams and stuff with people. But when you're not streaming, when you're not playing Minecraft, what are some other hobbies and interests that you have or activities that you like doing?
Well, that's a tough one. Um, I'm usually hanging out with everybody else. Uh, oh, look at that. Alex totally believes me. See that? Thank you, Alex.
All right, I'll have to make a note here to
He's
make,
written.
make sure
You've been.
that Alex
You're
gets
in the black
banned.
book. He's in the. He's in the book now. Thank you, Alex. I
Uh,
appreciate that.
Alex, you're not supposed to say anything about our N rating.
Oh, see, now that's another story I'm gonna have to hear about. We'll talk later,
No.
Alex. Um, well, I mod for Mr. Jeff on the weekends, and so that takes up a good chunk for moderating. I enjoy moderating for him, and so that's a Friday, Sunday, and Monday. Yeah, Friday, Sunday, and Monday deal. Um, so um, that takes a good chunk, of time up, and oftentimes I try to go. There's so many people on Twitch that I love their their communities, and I want to support and check them out. And I try not to lurk in really channels. If you see me hanging out in a channel, I'm actually there um, watching. I might not necessarily be talking a whole lot because I might be working on projects in the background, um, but I'm actually watching too.
I know, right, Raven?
Uh,
Alex tells lies.
which I guess it is technically a lurk, but I mean I'm actually watching them. You know what I mean? I'm not just wandering off because sometimes people do give a lurk and they're not in the room, but I really
I
do
think
like
she's dissing
hanging
you
out
again, Odie.
and watching people's channels. So it's it's we don't have TV in my house. We haven't had it for like um, maybe 10 years now.
Oh wow.
So we totally got rid of our TV. So we do have like Amazon Prime, and we'll watch movies, and I might crunch like a series or something like on a Saturday, which is fun. I'll just watch a series like 20 episodes or something, which is really
Just a
really fun.
just a couple casual episodes.
Yep, I will
Yeah,
just cram. I
Odie
will
would
cram
like to.
something.
Odie would like to know why you're picking on him so much today.
I'm not picking on him. How did
I
I
am
pick
so
him on?
sorry, Odie.
How did I pick on him again?
Well, with the lurking, I'm sorry, Odie.
Oh
I
my
try to
gosh,
create a safe, welcoming
Odie. I'm
environment
not saying
to
it's wrong
everybody,
to
and
lurk.
you're
I think
you're ruining me,
Odie's like
Taylor.
Odie is one of the best people and one of the best. I admire him immensely, and I think he's one of the best people on Twitch. I actually encourage people to check him out all the time, all the time, because he actually encouraged me to encourage other people as far as like when they're needing help, and as
I'm
far
gonna
as
get
like
yelled at so bad after this.
um, getting them found, and getting them. Do not, hey, Alex, stop it. Such adorable trolls. Thank you, Raven. No, Twitch is so much better. Odie Odie taught me early on how to grow a community and the um to be someone who encourages others to get their passion, and to Minecraft is better with more people in it. Does that make sense?
Yep, it does.
Um, I think Minecraft is unique in that way. And when you look at other games, I started out with, I know I'm going to say the F word, Fortnite. You're like, what? What's she going to say?
All
I
right,
started
well
playing.
that brings
I
us to the
started.
end of our
I,
stream today.
does it? Oh, good. No, I started playing
Oh,
Fortnite.
fart night.
I know. I started playing Fortnite, and I did get affiliated with Fortnite, which a lot of people were shocked when I said that it wasn't Minecraft. But it's really hard to grow a community on there. I was doing both. I was playing Minecraft and Fortnite, and so I decided that um, Minecraft was going to be my first love, but because of the community and how it was going to be a better community because of what it is. And Odie was a part of that. Stenos was a part of that. I'm going to start naming people. I know that's, kind of promoting other channels. Um,
Hey, this is the podcast. It's different rules.
okay, good. Odie was a part of that. Stenos was a part of that. Mr. Jeff was a part of that. Um, the watching how they treated their communities and how they encouraged other people to grow and how they would go to other channels and promote those channels really made a difference in how I wanted to grow my own community and to bring other people in and to encourage other people. It's not about the numbers of how many people are in my channel. It's not it's not about how many subs I have. It's not about it's just about making an enjoyable place for people to come. It's about creating good content, for people that they enjoy what they're seeing. Um, hopefully, they get to laugh. Hopefully, they'll get to forget maybe some difficult times that they're having. Because everything's not peaches and creams for everybody. Maybe they just need some time to chat, take a break. I have a lot of people that come in they're having a 15-minute break at work and they'll come and chat for a little while. It's all about that community, and Odie was a big part of that, and um, much appreciation to a lot of those people that
And that's how it is for me too. Like it's I you'll get the people out there that are clearly, they're in it for the money. They want the subs, they want the donations. But I know even for me, like there's days that I've been down, and I'll sit for a half an hour before I start streaming. It's like, well, am I canceling stream? Am I not? Am I canceling stream? Am I not? And like there's stuff that I deal with too. And you go live, and I find so many times that I ask, but my outlook on it changes just from the people that are coming into my chat, the people that are talking to me, and that's why I started doing it. It became more of a way just to hang out with people, like when I was a kid. You'd go over to your friend's house, and a bunch of you would just sit around and play video games, or you'd go to the park. And being older, I find that's what Twitch has kind of done for me. You make friends and stuff through the community, and you you come on, and you know for a fact that they're gonna be there to cheer you up throughout the day.
yeah. I originally was a my degree in college was well, it was a little different. It was early childhood development. Um, I was hoping that I could work with families and kids, and um, it was psychology major. And so this as far as communication and um, helping people kind of to communicate better, and relax, and really helps me. Um, I enjoy that. I'm very much. Um, I really like doing that. If people can relax and enjoy their time, it really helps me too.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move. I know we're moving on to the one part of the podcast that Taylor specifically wanted. Part of her stipulation today being on was questions from you guys. So if you guys in chat right
Danger
now
zone.
have any questions at all
Oh
that
no.
you would like to ask Taylor, now is your chance to do so. The only thing I asked Taylor, the very first guest that we had on the podcast, he forgot that I was running the podcast. So if you could just allow me to read you the questions instead of
Hmm.
just reading and answering the questions like Alex did, that'd be great. Oh, speaking of Alex, we have a question. So Alex says that you look good for your age. Do you moisturize? And if so, what kind of moisturizer do you use?
Thank you, Alex. I appreciate the compliments, and yes, I do moisturize. Um, Now I'm trying to remember the products that I use.
Oh,
um, I do use a product. Um, so I don't necessarily wear makeup all the time. So I tend to. Hey Taylor, come here. Sorry,
oh, she can be on the podcast too.
she's barking up in the storm, and if I don't get her in from the neighbors, hey, come here. She's terrorizing the neighborhood.
There's multiple Taylors. There's multiple Goldans.
I know it's like a scary Alice in Wonderland world. There's like multiples of everything. It is called Jan Marini, and my philosophy in life is that I don't necessarily wear makeup all the time, and so I would rather pour money into moisturizers and skincare over the makeup side, because I figure if I take care of my um my face and you know um the skincare part, you don't have to put a lot of money into the makeup side, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it if you take care of the skin, the
Well,
makeup
welcome in,
is gonna
Annabot.
go on fine. I don't wear enough
Cheaty
makeup
Bot has made it.
to pour enough money into it. So
Yeah, that makes sense. So Raven would like to know, do you enjoy having multiple Goldons?
well, sure, I can have Goldan with me all the time.
See everybody thinks I'm always so bad, but
Who says you're bad?
I won't take a poll right now in chat, but I believe that the more of me, the merrier. So we've got welcome in, Cheaty Bot. Um,
Cheaty bot.
Alex would like to know. Alex says you seem very nice. Why do you keep killing Goldon in Minecraft?
He's only died once. He's only died once. Once.
I think I've died more on my own demise than through other people's demise, except for the time that Alex pushed me into the void end rating. He gave me a very broken pair of elytra,
And see
and
that
I just into the void I went.
and that one time that he died, he walked himself into the hole. I didn't push him. He walked himself.
Hey, you pushed me and then you stood there. Actually, in your defense, so I didn't die. When I fell into the hole, I actually lived. I didn't have very much health left,
See,
but
see,
I didn't die.
he tells everybody these horrible stories. Makes me look like a bad person.
So CheatyBot would like to know, CheatyBot would like to know why you pick on Odie so much.
Why do I pick on Odie so much? You know, I don't know if I really pick on Odie so much. I if I was if you really think it me picking on Odie so much, I tease and um the people that love sarcasm and who tease, I tease the people that I love. If you find me joking and teasing people, it's because I appreciate them.
Oh,
If you
so
don't,
it's almost like a form of flattery then.
yes.
So then my question to you is, how come you never pick on me?
I
I
pick on
guess
you
that's
all the
pretty.
time.
I guess yeah. I guess the line's drawn in the sand right there. I
What?
guess.
What? No. I I I pick on people who usually can handle picking on.
And if
I
someone
don't
can could clip her saying that she doesn't pick on me, just that part,
I
send it
pick
to me.
on
I'd
you.
love it.
What? No, I do pick on you. I don't pick on people. I don't I don't pick on people if they don't like do the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be come off as cruel or picking on someone. I try to judge people on their temperament. If they are not the type of people that, do the same type of teasing, I won't do that to someone
Well,
because,
like Odie,
people.
for example.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't, like you can't. You have to be very sensitive and stuff around Odie, and wow, to blast him like you have today, it's been, sheesh.
Oh my gosh.
So, so Alex would like to know. Alex says first of all that this podcast was a great idea. What made you think to invite Gold on to this episode?
I didn't invite Gold in.
Oh, see, and there it is again. There's a line in the sand.
Oh my gosh. You guys.
Is there any other questions?
It's a roast.
Yeah, fortunately, it's kind of turned that way. Well, Alex has got one more question. Just trying to see if I missed any questions. so, Alex would like to know how much more better of a guest you were compared to him.
Oh, not better at all. Not better at all, Alex. You're much better. Much, much better.
So Raven would like to know, do you enjoy your roast? I mean, your time on the podcast. And who would you like to see as guests in the future?
Oh, you have to get Navi.
Yeah,
She's
she's
the
on the
quiet one.
list. I haven't sent her the DM yet.
She's a quiet one, and it would be interesting to see, asking her questions and finding out more about Navi, because she's funny, and um, I think it'd be interesting to find out more about her.
And that's another thing too. Like for you, for people in chat, if you're in my Discord under the GTR podcast channel, if there's any people that you guys would like to see interviewed, I'm I'm devising the list right now. I'm gonna be sending it out probably this week sometime. I'm hoping to start getting guests lined up for the November episodes. But yeah, if any of you guys have any suggestions or people that you'd like to see interviewed, please feel free to do it in there. Can you,
Yeah,
before
and
you
it's not
head out?
streamer only. I think.
No, it's not. Like, it's the way I wanted this set up was, for longtime community members, people that have been around Twitch that might not necessarily stream, new streamers abroad. They've been doing it a long time. Like, it's just a way for people to get to know some of the people hidden in lurks, people that stream sometimes, people that stream lots of times. So yeah, it doesn't always have to be necessarily a streamer. So GTBot would very much love to be interviewed. I know, I know we would love to. But for those of you that, for those of the people that may have came in after we've talked about it, do you just want to let them know your streaming schedule?
Oh, mine? It's usually Mondays and Fridays. I start at 12 Pacific, 3 Eastern, and then with Goldan, we've been trying to do a bonus stream,
Which we'll be
hopefully at least.
doing after this, hopefully, if she
Yeah,
still talks
today.
to me.
Oh my gosh. Usually we'll try to do at least once. Hopefully we're shooting for once a month. So
All right, I'm going to give everybody one last chance if you got any questions, and then if not, I'll let you get off for a couple minutes so you can do your things before we start Stardew.
you guys were kind to me today. I appreciate it.
They were somewhat well mannered. All right, well, we got no more questions. Either that or someone's typing out a really long one. But anyways, Taylor, thank you very much for. Oh, did you tell? She forgot to share. Gamby's saying that you forgot to share the picture of Taylor with him.
I have the post-it note, Gamby, still on my
She's working on it, Gamby.
on my computer. I have to do some background searching. I need to get it. My husband's been working a late night shift, and I need to get him to resend it to me. So I have the post-it note up. I still have it.
I've got it right here. See, you can show everybody in your camera. Oh no, wait, it didn't have a camera today.
Oh my god.
All right, Taylor, thank you so very much for coming on, hanging out with me, doing this interview with
thank
me.
you.
I greatly do appreciate it. For those of you, like I said, who don't know who my puppy Taylor is, the link that I've been sharing with you guys in chat will get you to her community. Definitely go and check her out. Check out her community. Check out her amazing Minecraft skills. But thank you very much for coming on. I do appreciate it. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, I'll finish everything off here, and then probably like 10-15 minutes break to grab drinks and snacks and bathroom and whatnot, and we'll start starting.
See you in a few.
All right, thank you very much, Taylor. All right, you guys. There it is. Episode 3 is in the books. We're gonna, to break everything up, we'll end everything, and then we'll take probably a 10-15 minute bio little kind of intermission break here, and then we'll be back on with Stardew Valley. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. But you guys, thank you so very much again, coming in, hanging out, answering the question. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get yelled at later for some of it, but hopefully you guys have an awesome and amazing rest of your day. Like I said, for those in my Discord, I don't know, here I can post it for you guys. Post you guys all the links to. So that is my Discord. That is my YouTube page, which the podcasts are being uploaded on now. Eventually in the future, the podcast will be solely on YouTube. It won't be Twitch and YouTube. And then last but not least, my Tweetsers account. I don't really know how to use Twitzer, but you guys are more than welcome to follow me. And at some point I'll learn how to tweet out that I'm doing things, but Yeah, I'm old and not technologically advanced. So you guys have an awesome and amazing night. Episode 4 is going October 30th. We've got Tab Twice joining us on that podcast, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna have to get a beeper button installed, I think, for that podcast. But yeah, that'll be October 30th at 9 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. It'll be after the Halloween Palooza. Information for that is in the Discord as well. But you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you next Friday. Bye for now.
You have been watching GTR, a Gouldon 7878 production. No animals were harmed in the making of this show. All guests on today's show drank the green goo willingly. All reproductions of this show are strictly prohibited. For more information on the show, check out my Discord page. Thank you all for watching, and good night.